in seated with the eyes closed. And beginning to just step your awareness right into the breath. So now we're going to allow the mind to be with us as we enter our practice. And the rest of the day doesn't really have to be with us in terms of our awareness. So everything that happened today will work itself out, will see itself through, but for now we are fully here, aware of our bodies, and practicing that awareness for the rest of our practice. I'm going to chant Om. Now first finding that the breath can become deeper and deeper. Taking a breath in. All right, let's shift forward onto hands and knees and then right into child's posture, separating the knees, sinking the hips down. You can keep the knees closer together if the body is ready. And then find a little bit of extension in the arms. So maybe straightening them up a little bit, taking the hands forward. And then let's lift the head and walk the arms over to the right, off of the mat, keeping the arms parallel. A nice deep breath in and out, making sure that you feel that stretch through the waist, through the left arm, around the armpit, and then all the way down into the lower back. And then we'll lift the head and walk over to the left. Releasing here. It's good to keep the arm straight though, so you can get that stretch again through the waist, the armpit, the arm. A lot of tension builds up in those spaces. And then we'll walk to center and release here. We can think of this practice as a transitioning from the earlier part of the day into the evening, which will take us into sleep. So coming into this practice will eventually help us get into a better sleep tonight, better rest. Next inhalation, rise up to table, hands and knees. And then let's move through a few cat-cows, inhaling, belly sinking down, head and tailbone shifting up. Exhaling, opposite motion, belly lifting and engaging, head and tailbone down. Go through a few more. And we'll come to a neutral spine. And right from here, cross the ankles and find your way down to a seat. So once you find your seat, take the legs and extend them forward. I feel like staying close to the ground for practice today. So let's go ahead and bring the hands down next to the hips and then just walk them back a little bit. And we're just going to activate the belly just a little bit here, so not too much. We'll just lift the right leg by lifting the knee mainly, and then just begin to extend the leg and then lower the foot down, and that's all. So then we're going to lift the left knee up and then extend the left leg and then lower the foot down. And we'll just take maybe 3 more sets of these. Lifting right leg, straightening, just to give a little bit of motion and warmth to the legs, and then also to the belly. And I think I said 3 rounds. We're going to put them down, and then we're going to go 3 more, but we're going to focus on activating the belly, the deep parts of the belly. So let's take a deep breath in, and then exhale. As you exhale, pull the pelvic floor up and draw the belly in. So now we have that inner core activated. Keep it active, and then go ahead and lift the right knee up. It's going to take a little bit more effort now. Straighten the right leg, and then lower the foot down. Lifting left knee, straightening, keep that inner core active, and then releasing. So a couple more sets. If the pelvic floor gets lazy, go ahead and just activate it again. We're practicing that awareness. So now and then we say, oh, I lost that activity. Let me come back to it. So then we'll release the left foot, and then we're going to come all the way down to reclining by bringing the elbows down, the forearms, and then coming all the way down to the back. And we'll reach the arms behind, and then open the knees and let the soles of the feet touch. A few clearing breaths here as you inhale, really filling, nourishing the body and the mind. And as you exhale, releasing, letting go, and detoxifying the body and the mind. A few more breaths like this as you relax the legs. As you're taking these breaths, especially on the exhalation, finding the jaw releasing, finding the arms getting heavier and heavier. Relaxing the eyes and the forehead. And maybe releasing with some voice. We're going to be lifting the legs, but let's see if we can keep them in this position. So keep the soles of the feet together, and then begin. You can engage the pelvic floor, and then go ahead and lift the feet up and bring the feet in closer to the belly, to the pelvis, bringing hands to the feet and then drawing them in. And we can create a little resistance here. So we're going to really press the knees away and then push the feet and the hands into each other. And then relax the legs, but draw the feet in closer. And then again, inhaling and resisting. Exhaling, just drawing the legs in. A couple more of these. All right, then we'll just keep drawing the legs in. Again, softening the facial features, releasing the scalp. As we're here, bring your awareness to the heart and notice it beating the chest. And now let's bring the awareness to the hands and the feet, and we will take the feet up as we keep holding them so that maybe we come into like a V formation with the legs, or legs further upwards, or maybe a little bit of motion between those two positions. Finding happy baby and exploring it, Ananda Balasana. Another breath or so. All right, let's bring the left foot down, and we'll keep the leg bent. So the left foot down, keeping that knee elevated. And we're still holding the right foot, but now taking the left hand also to the right foot. So if you need to bend the knee more deeply, but wherever you had it before should work out pretty good. Let's take another couple deep breaths as you're drawing the leg in, keeping the heel shifted upwards. So we have flexion in the foot, but we're helping that foot with the hand. All right, let's stack the right knee on top of the left knee and come into reclining cow face posture. So here we'll lift both of the legs, keeping the knees stacked, and then holding the further knee, that left knee, drawing it in. So let's focus on breathing into the hips. So what does that mean? It's kind of like you focus on the hips, and as you breathe in, you're kind of drawing the air from the hips. And as you breathe out, you're drawing that air towards the hips. A couple more deep breaths like that. Drawing the legs in closer and closer. And then we will keep the legs crossed like this, but release the hands from them, bring the arms to a T. We'll find a nice twist. Take the knees, the legs over to the right, and then turn the head to the left. So this is a pretty deep twist. So if you feel like, oh, I'm not ready, then you can kind of pull away and then go back into it little by little. You know, that in itself feels kind of good. Might move the head a little side to side. And then we're going to bring the knees or the legs right back to center, and then take them over to the left. Turning the head maybe side to side, or maybe keeping it towards the right. Doing your best to keep the shoulder blades flat. And we will be coming back to center. And then unwinding the legs and just bringing the knees in, wrapping the arms around, giving them a little bit of a squeeze, maybe moving the feet. So we started with a happy baby. Let's go back there. But this time around, we've worked on the right leg. So as you're lifting the legs, hopefully you can see that the right leg is more free. Just a little bit of a tension on that right leg, and it's able to straighten up more than the left. So we're going to work with the other side. Let's bring the right foot down and hold the left foot with both of the hands. And that heel is pointing up, the toes are being drawn down. Maybe a breath or two. And we will be bringing that left knee on top of the right this time, lifting the legs so that we can hold the furthest leg. And drawing them closer and closer towards the chest. But notice what's happening with the shoulders here, so they can kind of get lazy. This is a good opportunity to kind of squeeze them back, and then you get a little bit more leverage with that pull. So let's release the arms, bringing them out to a T. And now we're going to take the knees over to the left, turning the head to the right. So you're going to find a little support. It's going to be hard to totally let go here unless you lower the feet away. That right foot, if you draw it down towards the front of the mat. Let's just see what works better for your body right now. Doing your best to keep shoulder blades pressed down. And then we will be switching. So bringing legs to center and over to the right, head turning to the left. Taking those deep breaths as we move through, we are slowing the body and all of its systems. And those systems were probably online today, many of those dealing with different challenges or situations through the day that required thinking. And now we can kind of release that and just allow ourselves to relax, to for this moment release ourselves of any responsibilities. And we'll inhale, come back to center. That's a nice way to open up the chest. So then we'll go ahead and unwind the legs and bring the knees in, wrapping them around. So we're going to come to seated. And if you'd like to rock up, you can, or if you want to roll to the side, whatever feels good. And then we're going to be extending the left leg and then bringing the right knee to left knee so that we're bending this right leg and taking the foot out to the outer right hip, and the foot is pointed, it's not flexed. So you might need to adjust that with the hand. If you have knee issues and this isn't going to work, then you'll just have foot to inner leg. But right from here, we'll start to just walk the hands back a little bit. If you can get the forearms down, then bring the forearms down. But wherever you are, we'll be pulling the pelvis in. And let's do that on the exhale. So take a breath in, and then exhale, pull the pelvis in. Inhale, relax. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, relax. And exhale, pull. And let's just keep pulling in as we take another breath or two. And then we will rise up, and right from here, come to a fold. But if you don't like the leg like this, you can reposition it in a way that is better for you. You can take the leg over to the right, keeping the leg bent, or you can bring the right foot to the inside of the thigh. So wherever you are, though, we'll lift the arms up on the breath in, and then we'll hinge forward on the breath out. Bring the hands somewhere to the leg. Inhaling, finding length, and exhaling, sending the heart forward. Again, inhaling, finding length, exhaling the heart forward. A couple more. And we'll inhale, rise. Exhale, switch legs. Bringing foot out first if you're going that route. Remembering to point the foot and then keep that left thigh down. We want to keep the knee down. And we'll just start to walk the hands back. And again, we're going to inhale. And then as you exhale, pull the pelvis in. So when you're pulling that in, you're going to feel a better stretch in the quadriceps. And then inhale, relax, and then exhale, draw in. We'll continue, 2 or 3 more times. It's also a good time to pull the pelvic floor up when you're drawing in. So this time we're exhaling, drawing in, and then we're going to hold the pelvis this way for a couple breaths. And releasing. Then we'll find our seated fold. So inhaling, arms up, whatever variation you're taking. Exhaling, hands to the leg, keeping the foot flexed, right foot. Inhaling, finding length. Exhaling, heart forward. Inhaling, finding length. Exhaling, heart forward. Couple more. And we will rise up and sit with ankles crossed to work with the neck before we come down to resting. So let's move the shoulders a little bit. And take the shoulders back, down, fold the hands into each other. Right? Drop the head down and up, lifting down and up. Breath is slower than the movement of the head, then head to center. and then shifting left and right, left, right, and then to center. Okay, lift the right ear up. Drawing the shoulders down, and let's go ahead and shift the head down, and then shift the head up and down and to center. And then we'll bring the whole head to center. Okay, a little bit of motion, and we'll lift the left ear up. I know the microphone picks up the crackles in my neck, so you always can hear mine. Hopefully you have some movement in there too. And then go ahead and shift down and up. Though it doesn't always sound like a crack for people. For me, it's a little bit of a habit. I do it quite often. Lifting and lowering the head. And then we bring the head to center, and then the head all the way back. Go ahead and find a little bit of motion, maybe some circles, very careful circles or half circles. And then we will be coming down to the back where we'll take a back bend before we rest. So I'm going to stay up, but you go ahead and come down to the back. And then when you're ready, feet planted, lifting the hips up into bridge posture, set to Bandhasana. Activating the glutes, the back. Feeling the chest open up a bit. And then when you're ready, release down. And we're going to start to shift into rest. So go ahead and let the whole body go, let the arms go, let the legs go, let everything get heavier and heavier. And we're going to start with a little bit of a prayer, I think we can call it, to take us into a deeper rest. So as we relax the body little by little, more and more, we'll cycle these words through our minds and our hearts until it starts to just disappear in your mind. It starts to just blend in with yourself. O Spirit, make me an instrument of thy peace. O Spirit, make me an instrument of thy peace. Relaxing the body even more. O Spirit, make me an instrument of thy peace. O Spirit, make me an instrument of thy peace. Relaxing deeper and deeper. O Spirit, make me an instrument of thy peace. O Spirit, make me an instrument of thy peace. O Spirit, make me an instrument of thy peace. O Spirit, make me an instrument of thy peace. Slowly become aware of the body again. Begin to breathe more deeply. Move the hands and the feet again. And then bring the knees into the chest and wrap them around. Wrap the arms around the knees. Little by little, finding your way to seated. So that we can seal our practice and we can seal that prayer or that wish or that desire or whatever we want to call it, or that intention. But we're kind of asking to be that channel of peace, that vehicle, that instrument. And so it's a bit of a request, maybe even a demand. And so with that in mind, to be that instrument of peace, let's seal our work today by taking a deep breath in. Bringing palms together. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I honor the light in you that is the same light in me. Namaste.